Okay, so today we're going to dive into something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Um, we've got this news coming out of Bangladesh,
Hmm.
and Professor Muhammad Yunus, big name Nobel laureate,
Oh, yeah.
he's been making some waves, inviting Chinese investors to look at Bangladesh, as a place to do business.
Interesting.
Yeah, and this all went down during a meeting with some Chinese business leaders over in Beijing.
Okay.
And what we're going to try to do today is figure out what's behind this whole invitation. What's the big idea here?
Yeah. What's the strategy?
Exactly. What are they hoping to achieve? And what does it tell us about what's going on in the global economy?
Right.
So basically, we're going to break down this investment pitch and see what makes it tick.
Yeah. We're not just going to look at what he said, but we're going to really try to understand why it mattered,
Exactly. Why this is a big deal. And especially now.
especially for Chinese investors, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Yunus, he didn't beat around the bush. He straight up told these Chinese business leaders, hey, you need to invest in Bangladesh.
Wow.
Yeah. And he made it clear that there are some serious opportunities there.
Bold move.
Yeah, it wasn't just some offhand comment. This was like the main event.
Yeah.
He was talking to some pretty influential people in the Chinese business world.
I see. So the timing of this is interesting too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like Bangladesh is making a real play here to get a piece of that huge Chinese investment pie.
Oh, absolutely. And, China's got a lot going on globally right now.
Yeah,
So this is definitely a strategic move by Bangladesh.
for sure, for sure.
So one of the first things Eunice brought up was Bangladesh's RMG sector,
OMG.
ready-made garments, like clothing manufacturing.
Oh, right.
And get this, Bangladesh is the second biggest player in the world, only behind China.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, and I bet that got those Chinese manufacturers' attention.
I bet it did, yeah.
So you can see why he'd lead with that. If you're a
Yeah.
Chinese company and you're looking to, maybe move some production overseas,
Hmm.
or you're worried about costs going up back home, Bangladesh starts to look pretty good.
Right. They've already got the expertise, the infrastructure, it's all there.
Exactly. It's not just about competition either.
Yeah.
There could be some real partnerships that come out of this.
Yeah. Win-win situations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then Yunus, he talks about Bangladesh's location.
Okay.
He's like, hey, we're in a prime spot for regional trade.
Smart.
Yeah. And he specifically mentioned Nepal and Bhutan. They're landlocked.
Right.
So they need good trade routes. And then there's India's seven sister states.
Oh, yeah, up in the Northeast.
Exactly. And he's saying Bangladesh can be the gateway for all of that.
That makes sense. If they can improve those connections, it'll be huge for the whole region.
Yeah. It'll make things cheaper, faster.
Mm.
Everybody
You
benefits.
see, that's a big selling point.
Definitely. And then he moves on to talking about the people.
Okay, but workforce?
Exactly. He's like, Bangladesh, we've got a ton of people, and they're young, they're energetic, they're creative, they're ambitious.
Ah, the demographic dividend.
Exactly. He's saying these are the people who are going to drive the economy forward. Start businesses, come up with new ideas.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage for investors, a young workforce that's eager to work and contribute.
Right. And they're also going to be the consumers of the future. So it's a win-win.
Makes sense.
And you can tell Yunus is really trying to paint this picture of a new Bangladesh.
We're New Bangladesh, huh?
Yeah, he even used that phrase. He's saying, this isn't the Bangladesh of the past.
Yeah.
This is a country that's on the move. It's modernizing. It's embracing the future.
Interesting. So he's really trying to change perceptions?
Yeah, and he's putting the spotlight on young people as the engine of that change.
I like that.
And to show that they're serious about this, it wasn't just Yunus at the meeting.
Oh, really?
No, they had the chairman of the Bangladesh Investment Development Authority there.
Okay, so high-level representation.
Yeah, and a bunch of other advisors, too. People
Yeah.
from foreign affairs, energy, transportation, all these important
Oh,
areas.
wow. They brought out the big guns.
Yeah, they wanted to show a united front, that the whole government is behind this.
So it's not just talk. They're ready to back it up with action.
Exactly. So basically what we're seeing here is Bangladesh making a big push for Chinese investment.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, hey, we've got this great garment industry. We're in a strategic location for trade, and we've got this huge young population that's ready to work.
And they're calling it a new Bangladesh.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
all about presenting themselves as a modern, dynamic country that's open for business.
It's a pretty compelling pitch.
It is. And it makes you think about, what else is going on in the world that might be driving this.
Yeah, what's happening with global manufacturing? What are the big trends in international relations?
Yeah, because this is all connected somehow, right?
It is, and it makes you wonder what other factors might be influencing both Bangladesh's outreach and how Chinese investors are going to respond.
Hmm. That's a good question.
Yeah, something to think about.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. All right, well, that's our deep dive for today.
Fascinating stuff. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it,
I did.
and we'll see you next time.
See you later.